a great personality does something, like everybody will be a reviewer or commenter.
कुत्ते मैं तेरा खून पी जाऊंगा. Stage. I know how to avoid people.
This can be a controversy.
Go for it. Create controversy. Superhits 93.5 Red FM पे चल रहा है KA935. Today we are talking about a very, very cute movie which has come from Namma, Karnataka, and the movie name is Charlie. It's called 777 Charlie, and I've got the cast with me. I've got Rakshit Shetty, I've got Sangeeta Sringeri, and I've got Raj B. Shetty. Welcome!
Thank you.
Hi.
How are you doing, guys?
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think the response is phenomenal. People are coming out with teary eyes. They are crying. What do you have to say about this response the movie is getting?
We are very happy because this film has been very special to all of us. It's been 3 years of effort and so many days of shoot, so much of dedication and passion towards making this film. And after everything, when you know that the film is received well, I think that is the best compliment any filmmaker can get.
See, it's an adventure movie showing a dog. Who came up with this idea? You have said it's a 5-year hard work to make the movie possible. Who came up with this idea, and how did you make it possible?
The idea was from the director Kiran Raj, and I think it was during the Kirik party success. We were in a party where he came and told me just the gist of the film. The initial idea was that there is a character called Dharma who is a complete introvert and who doesn't have friends, family, nobody, who's a loner, and he doesn't understand emotions. But when a dog comes to his life, what are the changes which happens inside him, and what is an external journey which he goes through with the dog, and how it helps to change himself. So that the initial idea itself clicked with me, and I wanted to produce the film. I was busy as an actor. I was busy with some other films, so there is no. We are not planning to cast myself in the film initially, but then later things turned out in a way where I had to act in the film as well.
Was Karthik Aaryan was the first choice?
No, this was made in Canada, so.
Okay, you turned producer. So why did that happen? You didn't get good food on the sets. You were not getting transport and everything.
No. I have, we started producing films during Kirik Party.
Huh.
Kirik Party was our first production, and before that we had, I had acted with few directors whom, later I realized that this is not the kind of films I want to be a part of.
Huh.
That film is not bad, but it is not made for me, not my cup of tea. And when we wanted to make a film which is, our style, and another producer was involved, because of his thought process, there are a few changes we have to compromise on our own creative ideas.
Right.
So that's when I decided that from now on I'm not going to work with the directors outside and not the producer outside. It's going to be our own production, and every film I will be a part of, it will be from my own team.
And if the movie is hitting 100-200 crores, then it's your loss.
Yeah.
But if you're a producer, it's your gain.
Yeah, it's my gain. Yeah,
And it's our gain.
Huh.
We can be with him.
and even if
Are you sharing the profits here?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no. Salary de diya abhi ho gaya.
There's no other option.
let's see, I mean that is later stage. I know how to avoid people.
No, he doesn't know.
Like Kamal Hassan. Kamal Hassan gave bikes and cars, Rolex watches to everyone after they hit
I think you
100-200
shouldn't give that
crores.
idea to him. I told that idea to
I
him.
should give this idea to him. But tell me one thing, the movie also has an inspiration from Mahabharat.
Yes.
So how that inspiration comes out?
In the final chapter of Mahabharata is where the Pandavas leave to heaven. They want to walk to the heaven with the body, along with Draupadi, and on their way, each one of them start losing their life, and I think Dharmaraj, which is Yudhishthira, he has a reason why Arjuna is not worth enough to walk to heaven, why Draupadi is not worth enough, why Nakula Sahadeva is not worth enough. And finally when he reaches heaven, there is only one dog with him. The Pandavas are all dead, only Yudhishthira and a dog reaches the heaven. And but when the heaven gates are opened, the dog is not allowed inside.
Okay.
Yudhishthira is only allowed inside, but the Yudhishthira doesn't accept to go inside without the dog, because that is the only partner which has actually traveled with him until then, and
Right.
the innocence and the unconditional love what the dog has is worth enough to enter the heaven. That is what Yudhishthira believes. So that is we took the crux of that, and we related it to the internal changes which is happening inside Dharma.
Right.
Although he's a loner, there are a lot of things inside him which is actually a good thing. But there are few emotions which he's supposed to learn, which Charlie comes and teaches him in the film. And by the end of the film, the film goes to a very surreal world kind of an place where things happen, and you should watch the film to have that experience. It's very different from any experience I've had watching any film.
So, anything in reality changed inside you working with the dog?
Yes. I never thought like the whole experience will be like this. I thought it would be fun, but when I had to act with her, I got to know that there are so many things, like when she is supposed to perform, I am supposed to be interacting with her.
Right.
I am supposed to be making her do that task by keeping the biscuit in my mouth to make her look at me, and there will be another that is Pramod sir, the trainer of Charlie, who will be
Right.
commanding from back, where I should also remember my dialogue, tell my dialogue, ignore what he's telling, and then act also. So this was very different. In other places, when you act, everyone is silent, right?
Right,
The whole crew
right.
is silent. But here it was the other way around. So the one person will be talking. So it was an experience that I'll take.
A different kind of acting altogether.
Yes, yes.
But tell me one thing, there have been movies which has been made on dogs, like Jackie Shroff ki movie, I think, Teri Meherbaniya, which was also a remake of a Kannada film. So do you think this is just a coincidence or something else? Now another dog film which is coming here.
How long was that? I think that came in 90s?
90s, yes.
So they say that some karma repeats, right? Once in so many years, Kannada film industry, where we have to make a dog film and make it reach throughout the country, that is repeated.
1984.
But
1984.
I don't think
That's
anyone
like
can make a remake of this film for
38
sure.
years.
38 years.
38 years.
Well, it's going to be very difficult to make a remake of this film.
It's
you
not
can't.
possible.
It is releasing in all the languages.
Yeah.
And I think if somebody takes the remake, right, I don't know. I think he should take the director with him. Our director.
And also Rakshit Shetty.
And also our actor. We can be replaced, but I cannot. I mean, he may not be willing to do it one more time. But if somebody can do that, that's him and Kiran Raj. That's all.
So it's going to be a movie after this to be shot with a cat as well? How difficult would that be?
I think
If you
Kiran
shoot
would
with a
do,
cat.
I think he would try with snail too. Even with snail, he might narrate something and like.
I want that particular expression from the snail.
You can be a little faster. Only Kiran can do that. No, see, the funny part aside, you need a lot of determination and the commitment that he put into to convey the emotions through an animal. It's not easy.
Right.
It takes a lot of toil on you and the team, but he didn't give a damn about it. He spent almost 5 years making a movie which looks so real. When you see it on the screen, you look as if like, Robert De Niro is acting as a dog, because it is so, even smallest detail it is performing. At least you can see that it is performing. Maybe Charlie is a Robert De Niro of dogs. Yeah.
So are you dubbing
Or Al
it?
Pacino.
So are you dubbing it in the dog languages as well?
I think a
the
dog
dogs?
has.
Dog
Only
is
one
dubbed
language.
Silence is their language.
It's love.
Yeah, they can mute it and see.
Nice.
So the whole film is in that language.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the movie is releasing in a lot of languages. It's also releasing in Hindi, and now you're calling it Pan India. Do you think now is it right to call it Pan India or just an Indian film?
Indian
Indian
film
film.
is the right word, but I think until people get used to that idea where where the film can come from anywhere and it's an Indian film. Until they get used to it, I think Pan India is something which you will carry forward for some time.
Right.
I think every film can be Pan India if the subject is has a market across the country.
Well, yes, all the best for that. It's releasing in Hindi as well, and you yourself dubbed the Hindi version.
Yes.
How difficult was that?
Hindi, I think I have South Indian accent, a little bit of South Indian accent when I speak normally. But we had a good coordinator who took
Sanjay.
Sanjay ji, who traveled from Bombay when I was dubbing in Bangalore, and who took care of my, for example, he noted down all the small mistakes and made me redub them. And I think it has come out well now.
So let's see how well you know the dogs. I've got some dog proverbs जो कि हिंदी में use होते हैं. We call it मुहावरा.
Okay.
So let's see whether you know the meaning of the muhavras or not. Okay. Let's start. Let's start from you, Rakshit. कुत्ते की दुम कभी सीधी नहीं होती.
That means that few people don't change. You know, their
Characters won't change.
the characters won't change.
Okay, for you, I'll give you a simple one. एक दिन कुत्ते का भी आता है.
That's Charlie's whole thing. वो पूरे मूवी में यूज हुआ है. तो everyone has their day. Basically, I'm just translating it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is what it means.
Like if you work hard, you
Everyone
will
has
get
their
it.
day.
Your
Yes.
day will come.
Yes.
And this is an inspiration from Charlie Chaplin, though.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Yeah.
We have used that in our film
Yes,
as well.
Right. Okay. हाथी चलता है तो कुत्ते भी भौंकते हैं.
When a great personality does something, like everybody will be a reviewer or commenter, and they will say their own things. But Hathi should just walk. That's all.
Just ignore them.
Of course, it will ignore. It knows who it is, right? What it is.
One dialogue with kutta in it.
कुत्ते, मैं तेरा खून पी जाऊंगा.
That is good.
Same for you.
No.
कुत्ते की मौत क्या बोलते हैं?
कुत्ते की मौत मरेगा तू.
मेरा डायलॉग.
I took it. हर कुत्ते का दिन आता है, कभी मेरा भी दिन आएगा.
वाह.
अच्छा तू कुत्ती है?
I
You
take
called
it.
yourself a dog.
Yeah, see.
No, it's not fine.
Don't be serious.
बसंती.
बसंती इन कुत्तों के सामने मरना. Yeah.
Okay, coming to you. धोबी का कुत्ता ना घर का ना घाट का.
I mean, sometimes you are doing two things at a time, and you are not here and you are not there also.
Okay, I'll give it to you. अपने घर में कुत्ता भी शेर होता है.
In our house, no matter how we are, but we are always on, like, we are the dominator over there. तो हम लोग वहाँ पे कुछ भी अपना हुक्म चला सकते हैं, लेकिन बाहर नहीं चलता ये सब.
मतलब घर में मम्मी को बोल रहे हो कि मेरे को दाल चावल नहीं खाना, हॉस्टल में जाओ तो खाना पड़ता है.
Yes.
All right, they know about the dogs, man. How cool is that? Polite applause for that. Very nice. Okay, last but not the least, I've got some rapid fire. Last movie you have watched on flight.
Serena Williams and her father's movie.
Yeah, King Richard.
King Richard.
King Richard.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. How was it? Did he come out
It's a
crying and
beautiful
all?
film.
It's a
No,
beautiful
It's a
film.
beautiful
Yeah.
film. Very beautiful film. तू तरह से
King Richard.
Fantastic.
One overrated film, you think?
No,
This can be a controversy.
Go for it. Create controversy.
One overrated film recently I watched of that Leonardo DiCaprio's where he is concerned about some asteroid coming and hitting.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't look up. No, that very overrated.
And in Indian film?
One controversy.
Go for it. One overrated film, you think?
See, I have not watched too many films in recent times. So yeah.
Just
Yeah,
ducking
he
the
left
bouncer.
He left the ball, yeah. So I'll ask you a question. One overrated RJ.
One overrated RJ is me only.
So then one more take it. Yeah.
Yeah, even I'll take.
So
You won't feel bad.
Okay, let me make it simpler. One underrated film.
One underrated film.
Can I answer that?
Yeah, please.
I remember I forget the names. The name, the film is about somebody trying to khajana.
Tumbad.
Tumbad.
I was about to
Okay.
say that.
But it's not underrated.
No,
It is
still,
underrated.
Still,
It is
it is
underrated.
for the quality and the effort.
What do you think is the underrated film?
I think The Man from Earth is
yeah.
one film.
English.
ये कितना हॉलीवुड देखता है रे?
ये हॉलीवुड ही देखते हैं.
ये क्या फिर बोलता है इंडियन फिल्म लॉन्च कर रहा है?
अभी इंडियन.
Yeah, tell me.
In Kannada, I would say Rama Rama Re,
Okay.
which I loved. And yeah, Tumbad also one of the movies which I loved. Yeah.
One non-Kannada director you want to work with? Don't say a Hollywood director. No.
Non-Kannada.
I think Anurag Kashyap.
अनुराग कश्यप. ऐसे गाली देने का मन कर रहा है अंदर से है ना?
Sanjay Leela Bhansali, I told it earlier also.
Okay.
Yes.
Anurag Kashyap, Dilish Potan, Anwar Rashid, और लिजो जोस पेलिसेरी.
वाह, 4 मूवी आपकी लाइंड अप है.
Thank you so much.
A song you want to dedicate to the dog.
Can I? He needs time to think.
I think this thing from ये दोस्ती हम
अरे यार अबे ये दोस्ती हमने जो. I really.
तुम ही हो.
क्योंकि तुम ही
Yes.
हो,
मेरी
अब
आशिकी
तुम
तुम ही हो.
मेरी आशिकी
मौला मेरे for
तुम.
me.
Huh?
मौला मेरे.
मौला मेरे.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Okay, तेरी. Because whenever I see the eyes of my dog, I have 8 dogs around me. So I really feel that they are very divine. So I really feel it. And that's the best love of my life. Maybe better than my girlfriend.
That's such a sweet note to end
Yes.
the interview on. Thank you so much, guys, and all the very best for Charlie.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank
Pleasure
you.
being here.
And Super Hits 93.5 Red FM.
बजाते रहो.
किसके साथ?
तुम्ही के साथ.
Super.
For best entertainment, subscribe to Red FM Bengaluru page. For more updates, press the bell icon.